Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man, Bad Chad, and Queen Jolene's on the camera, and we are on air. Today, I'm going to cut the fender. I'm going to cut the fender because I want side mounts on this car. And basically, I want side mounts on the car because I want this Hudson to look like it was maybe the baddest Hudson of the day. I'm not going to put one side mount on it. I'm going to put two side mounts on it, one on each fender. I don't think it had dual side mounts ever in their life. I think in every car that I've looked at, they've only ever had one. But I'm going to put dual side mounts. And basically, I want the car to look like it was the baddest Hudson of the day. And I'm not going to, like I said, I'm just going to leave all that stuff. I think we already know that, but maybe there's new people on the station that are coming and watching. But I'm going to continue on with the fabrication. Yesterday we did the fender skirts. I put a little bit of paint on them, took them outside, put some vinegar on them. They did rust a little bit. When I come back in, there's no matching 60 years sitting in the building within a day. There was none of that. So I did what Jim did. I took a little piece of what Jim's doing on his Oldsmobile, and what I did is I put the fender skirt on. I painted the fender skirt and threw a little paint on the fender. Basically, that's generally what you do when you blend a door. Say if you smash a door on a newer car, you paint a little bit on the door and you blend it off a little bit to the other door, to your quarter panel, then you clear the quarter panel and the door and everything together, then it comes together. And basically that's what's going on here. I just painted the fender skirt, blew a little paint up on the fender. I did not blow it all the way on the fender, just blew a little bit on it. And I'm happy with it. Like I painted over top of the rust. There's some rust underneath this paint here. I'm happy with painting the fender skirt and not putting no filler on it. The fender skirt looks excellent. But all I did is put a little paint on it. I did not worry about anything, and I'm very happy with it. We got both sides done. All I did is bring the fender skirt in from outside and put the fender skirt on and blew a little paint on it. On this side here, I had there were so many different colors. I got a dark blue, I got a light blue, I got a dark green color. Me and Jolene played with it for a while, and there was no sense in me messing with it. Just put a little blue paint on it and make it look the best it can, and I'm happy with it. So I'm just going to move on, go to the front wheel, put the side mounts on, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start right now. I'm going to try to put this side mount on while we're watching. This is the tire that I found outside. I got two white walls. They have got weather cracks in them. You probably wouldn't want them on your hot rod running down the road, but you could use them if you wanted to, I suppose. But they're weather cracked. But what's happening is they will fit the Hudson rims. They're 16-inch. I will use them. I want a white wall tire up here for the look. And I'm going to use those two tires. I got two that match, like my face and my ears. They don't look alike, but they match. They both belong to me. So I'm going to cut the fender and put it on. The measurement of the tire is about a 6 inches wide. I'm not saying about. It is 6 inches wide, basically. What I did is I set the tire there. I'm looking for this door here. I do not want the tire to be in the way of the door. I just took this level here, stuck it on here like so. I'm thinking that the tire would not hit the door. It's pretty darn close, but close is okay in this game. It's when it hits. So I'm going to say that center, we have a 28-inch wheel. So 14 inches away from that door would be center of that wheel if I stuck that wheel. So let's do 16. Just give us a couple inches away from that door. That would be center. I don't know exactly what I'm doing here, but I'm going for it. I'm going to say center is right around here somewhere. Center of the fender. Center of the fender is right around here somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of Bristol board. I'm going to cut a 6-inch piece. Now, if you've seen this car rolling down the road with big fender skirts like that, with a chop top, 2 side mounts, a push bar on the front, dummy spots on it, Packard hubcaps, white walls all the way around, running down the road, you would probably think, wow, I wonder who's driving that car. No doubt in my mind. I'm going to cut that with a pair of scissors. I'm just going to use that as a pattern to get my first cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the fender according to this piece of Bristol board. And I have looked at them, like you'd be crazy not to get a little bit of information from wherever you can on something like this. I have looked at them on images on the internet. It's hard to tell exactly, hard to tell exactly where they go and where it's at. I'm going to measure the center of this. Stop it. 22. We'll do 11. We'll do 11. We got a center mark there somewhere. I got on there. Just gonna slide it over. Now I do not want to cut it too big. I do not want to cut it too big. Let's do this. I'm going to set this on there. I'm just going to eye it up with my eye. And you know I got a good eye. All you have to do is look at Jolene. I'm going to mark this out here. Sorry I got in the way of your shot, sweetheart. But you forgive me this once, won't you? This once, boys, you're going to forgive me this once. All right, I'm just going to take a look at that. And I don't feel like it's straight. I got to come over here a little bit. And it's got to come over here a little bit. I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. I feel like I'm all right with that. Now, somewhat of a guessing game. Somewhat. I like that one better. I like this one better. I'm gonna cut that off. Unmark that. Once I get one done for one side, then I'll really have a good chance on the other side. But I'm showing you. Yeah, I'm thinking that. Alrighty, I am a little bit nervous to cut it, but got to start somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it with the zip cut. Got to start somewhere. Don't feel like I want to cut all that out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick with the 6-inch line. I'm going to stick with that on the side, but I'm going to come up here maybe an inch or two, and I'm going to stop it here an inch or two, and then I'm going to just try the tire. and then we'll go from there. Then I can just keep, you know, progressing as I go. Perfectly good fender we're cutting up here. Perfectly good fender. I'm not going to find another one, that's probably for sure. Seems to be center. I just want to get it in there so it looks good. Let's do it. If I have to weld it back in, there it is. I did not cut a complete 6-inch thing. I'm just scared. No, I didn't get it. Now you can see that it might be. Got to cut it a little bit wider, obviously. Get that tire down in there. Just didn't want to cut it too wide. And we're going to come forward quite a bit by the looks of things. Back too far on the door already, I see. That's got to go in there, so. Let's cut her open a little bit more. We're getting closer. Yeah, we want that tire to go further ahead, that's for sure. Quite a ways further ahead. Because we'll hit the door if we go there. I'm hoping that. So we gotta, you can see the line right here. It's probably about 4 or 5 inches we gotta come ahead, so let's do it. Just gonna draw it on with my marker. I'm nervous as a grasshopper in a chicken house. But you know what? If I don't take the leap, I'm gonna go that far. If I don't take the leap, then I will never know, or I won't have cutouts if I don't take the leap. If you know what I'm trying to tell you. I've got to take the leap. And I suggest you do the same. If you want something, you got to take the leap. Oh, I want to throw a happy birthday out to Rod from Australia. Happy birthday, Rod. Congratulations. going to have to be a brace put underneath that. Looks pretty good. Whoa! Now we just got to come down. Perfect. No, we can come down back here a little bit. Yeah, it's still going to open. All right, we got to come down. We want this. I think I'm close enough there. That's the end of that. I'm not pressing my luck there anymore because I got to bring that ahead a little bit. Looks good. So I'm just going to keep coming ahead with that cut that I got going on. I want this down almost level with the hood. And it might be able to come back a little bit further. It might. So we want to come ahead some more, obviously. Not sure how much ahead. But. And once it come down further, I want that down. I think I want it down further. Let's do half of what I just marked on there, and then we'll just keep going like that. That way there. That way there. We won't get in trouble. A little piece in here on that hook. I got a feeling that it can come back a little bit, maybe. We're almost, that's damn near got it right there. Like, we're not too far. Just want to, like, if I took a level, and leveled it up with that hood, we'll just take that. That's level right there, so we can come down a little bit. You really can't see that from the front window that much. Joan's showing me a picture. If you want to turn the picture around and show everybody else, I guess, would be a thing. We probably can come down a little bit. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this little bit here where I cut it the first time. I'm going to take an inch out of that. Try it again, and then if it's not too bad there, I might take a little bit down here to make it just a little bit closer. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. Let's do it. The fender. It did move a little tiny bit, but that'll soon come back in shape once we put that structure back in it. Once we do that. This is fun stuff right here. This is fun stuff. Fun stuff. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Want to sit over like that, it would. Looks good. Just want to look and see. What do you think, sweetheart? Do you think that down a little bit more, or you like it just like that? I think I want to bring the tire back just a little bit towards the door, maybe a little, I'm not sure. You like that? All right, this is what I'm going to do. Mark the tire. It gives a nice little room in there. Your hood can still be open, no problem. I'm going to mark it down here. And the reason being is I want to know, well, I guess it really doesn't much matter. I got a couple trailer fenders here. They were left outdoors for a while. I'm thinking that's bang on. I just want to look at it for a little bit, just for the sake of making sure that I'm doing it right or making myself happy. I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with that. Also, when I put the piece of metal or the pocket in there for this, yeah. It's probably. Alrighty. I've got a mark here. Got a mark right there, so I know that's right there. And where's my other mark? There. That's not the mark I want. I want this side. So I'm going to take a piece of tape. Get that measurement. Not that I'm going to make that any smaller right yet. I want to shove that inside there, no doubt in my mind. From the mark to that mark there. That was a piece that was down inside, was it not? Because the rest of the biggest part was outside. Alright, I cannot cut it off right there because if I cut it off right there, then I won't have enough metal to get where it's rounded here. Or actually it'll come up past this here. But this metal on the side will be straight, so it'll be too short if I cut it. If you know what I'm trying to say. If I have this in here, if I have that piece, if I cut that piece the exact same length as I have that tire, going down in there and coming back up around, and then I weld a piece of metal on it, I suppose I can make the piece on the, when I weld it on the side, make it longer. I can do that. Probably what I could do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this, we'll say, a couple inches longer. I see, yeah, there's a couple things there I probably wished I wouldn't have done, but what I wished I wouldn't have done is squared that corner off there. I'm not sure yet, but I might be able to bring it up around here a little bit and then, all right. That is the measurement of the tire that's going down inside. If I make it a couple inches longer, that means I will have enough. That means I'll have a little bit on either end when it goes in there and it fits. When I put my side pieces on that, that means I'm just going to have to make them more than I need. So when I push that down in there, I have this. Because if I just take a piece of metal and run it straight from here to there, I would not have enough metal on the side once I shove that down in there. That piece is going to have to come up around like that and come over and weld to it. All right, I'm going to cut that off a couple inches. And if I mess it up, I got another one right there. We've only cut one hole at a time. I'm going to get a square, mark that across. This is probably something that someone doesn't do every day, just cut their fender of their car, but just an old car. We'll get a couple inches longer than we actually need. I can just mark it out. That's what I'm saying, we're a couple inches longer. Let's cut this off. I gotta make this fit this. I have a mark there. There's the mark on the fender. That's the highest point on the fender where I marked it. That mark is back there. So I want to make this fit this tire, and it's not really fitting this tire because we got an inch up on either end, so it's not going to fit that hole. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it in the center. Close to the center. Now, with that lip on there, it'd be hard pressed to bend that. I could take it in the shrinker stretcher, I suppose, and jump on it and jump on it and jump on it and try to get it bend down, come back out and try it, come back out and try it, come back and try it. But as I cut that, now I can bend that flat piece of metal no problem. What I'll do is I'll just take a little piece out of this. Push it down to get it where it needs to go, and then we'll weld it together. Alrighty, so I'm saying that's it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is going to get a couple clamps. That's not going to work. Not going to be able to clamp that. It's going to hold it. This fender is probably 14 gauge, just looking at that edge there. It's probably 14 gauge, probably, right around there. 16 for sure. So it's a good sturdy fender. There's nothing wrong with it, other than it's got the weather on it. Turn this on. Now, really give me a, I'm just going to take it off and do it this way. And the reason being is, when I squished it, I've seen how much gap it needed, and I'll do it that way. Get it flushed up again. Just going to tack it to the other side, and then we'll try it. Right? There's no, no harm, no foul. Tack it and then try it. Now we have a mark right across there. That fits that fender really nice now. And you can't see the mark on this side because it's there. So we got a little bit of length. Alrighty. I'm happy with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tack that together now. I'm going to weld that up and flush it off. Because I'm happy the way it fit the tire. A little bit of a gap there. Coat hanger is my friend. Is my friend. Flushed out good. Alrighty. See how it's nice penetration on the other side? And the reason being is because of the gap. If there was no gap, you would not see the weld on the other side like that. Let's do it one more time. I'm going to put it on this line over here. Put it on the tire. Not bad. Could have a little bit more maybe. And then we'll move it up on this side. I'll just pick it up. And there's your line way up there. So we should be good. Let's take a grinder and flapper wheel that off now, because now's the time. Sorry, sweetheart. Running in circles. Jolene looks amazing today, as always. As always. it's always hard for me to, you know, grind the weld off, flush all the weld off if I'm not sure if I've got penetration, because you know, basically if you do not split it like that, you do not really know if you've got penetration, so it's, you sort of got to be careful in that situation, or I think you do. I've got a 6-inch wide tire. I'm thinking that probably 6 1/4 would be my best bet to have, to make sure the tire goes down in there. We're 5 3/4, 5 3/4, 5 3/4 all the way down. So another 1/4 inch would be nice. It's still got to go on a rim yet. Alrighty, so we want to cut this bad boy here. We want to cut this bad boy here. So we have a, let's just cut this edge off because we know we need to get that cut off for sure. Let's just use our gyprock skills. From the gyprock days, when you're running gyprock, you know, just take your finger and slide down the edge of it and go for it. I'm going to zip cut that off. I'm going to do one more time. Do it. We want two pairs of clamps. I'm going to do 6 1/4. Give me a little bit of space. Clamp that on there. How did I mark that one? From the outside, from the inside. Come on, stop it. 16 1/8 from the inside. Just take a couple quick measurements to make sure we're on the right path. 6 1/4 from the outside, right on the money. Get a hammer so I can tap that, and another clamp in case I have to clamp it. little tiny bit. Come on, yep. There we go. Six and a quarter right on. Six and a quarter right on. There's a pair of vice grips or clamps. That moved. That moved. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm just going to hold that. Now, I want to check something new. Is that a six and a quarter there? Six and a quarter. 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 I'm going to get a new zip cut. Six and a quarter just gives us a little playing room. Quarter of an inch, I guess. Basically what it gives us. Hard to see. Hard to see. And I can't see it, so I'm going to mark it. I have to. I'm going to mark it with some tape because I can't see what's going on. It's a little bit better. Hopefully the tape doesn't come flying off. there's one thing that you can see. This is longer than the wheel is, but you can see there's one thing I did not allow for. When I flush that up in there, they got a little tiny corner going on. So what might happen is I might make this a little bit longer, drop the tire down just a little bit further, and that way there I can round it and get that back, if you know what I'm trying to say. I'm hoping that you know what I'm saying. What I do is I just open the hole up a little bit more. I'd open this up a little bit further here, and then when I come up here, then I can round that corner to make sure I can get that corner. That's what I'm thinking. And if you don't think, you sink. Be right where we want to be. We should be. And where you want to be and where I want to be might be two different places, but that's okay. Ready. I've got ground going here. Turn the welder. I'm going to start at an end, and the reason I think I'm going to start at an end because it was the same length. Don't know if I wanted that much gap or not, but I got it. How about we just do this? That way there we know we're just holding it together with my hand, just making it flushed out. Gives a little bit of a gap. That gap is for penetration. Beautiful. Alrighty. Just want to make sure that's down there flush. Turn the welder off. A bit more on there. Then we got something that fits the tire. Now, if you wanted to make, just gives me an idea as I'm going here. If you wanted to make fenders for your hot rod, and a lot of people will use those round pieces that you get off of like a tire cover, and they cut them in half and they make fenders out of them for the hot rod. An easy way to make a fender for a hot rod is to take a trailer fender, shrink it, section it, whatever you want to call it, put it back together, weld it back together. You can run a piece of round rod up to the middle. You could do whatever you want it to do to make it look like something. But what an easy way to make a fender. Alrighty. I want, as I do this piece is not going to fit in there yet because we're a little bit wide. I'm going to take a measurement of that and see where we're at. We're probably just a little bit wider than I was. Maybe, not sure. Nope, 6 1/4. A little bit wider. We can bring it together. 6 1/4. That's fine. All that takes is a little tap on this edge here to make that work. Let's do that. Let's make that work. Oh, we're 6 1/4 right on. Yeah. I think it's worth a tap, is it? 6 No, I think we're perfectly fine. I think we're perfectly fine. All right, I'm going to leave that like that. Now, I need side pieces on that because I just can't put that piece down inside that. It's not just going to go as I go in here like this. All right. Probably have to take the wheel off to do that. What I hope to do is just actually make it bigger and slide it down in there. Once I slide that down in there, and then I'll be able to mark it off. But as I do that, I can't make a piece come from here to there and expect it to work because I've got this. So I'm going to have to make a piece go around like that and around like that. Let's do it. What's the time? 52. Okay, I'll get these two pieces put in, and then we'll go from there. Let's lay this metal over on this side. Get our fender. Just taking a look. So we're going to want at least that. I'm saying at least that. And remember, this is a bit longer than that hole over there. So we'll just go like this. That's the piece we want. I'm hoping. I want to take a look at the fender again. We're a little bit longer. That piece we got there is longer than we need by a couple inches. So that's I got more curve on that piece over there than I got. What I'm looking at is this piece. Lots. Let's take and cut that with a grinder. We're going to need two of them. For me to cut that off would be foolish. I may as well just keep it. Dun, 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 dun. Let's make another one. We need 2. I don't really want to take all my straight edges, but what we'll do is we'll just do this. What will we do? Don't want to waste no metal, really. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stop it. Mark that like that, and I'm going to mark just so we know where to start on the summer. It's actually not it, but start there somewhere. That's to weld it on the other fender. Just come around like this. Yeah, let's go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tack it on this side so I can, because I can see it, and then we'll clean it up and weld it on the other side. So we'll tack it on this side. We'll weld it on the other side. And we'll clean it and weld it on the other side. So if you didn't hear me right, we'll clean it and weld it on the other side. I'm going to tack it. Beautiful. You are, Jolene, absolutely gorgeous. Stop it. One is holding it. the center. Good enough for tacking it. So what we're saying is, well, that's not probably the angle I needed, was it? I went the other way. I'm thinking I have enough there, yeah, for sure, for that fender. Basically, what I'm thinking is when this goes down inside, it's not going all, we got a little bit long here. I got enough to cut up and make this shape. Because that's what we have on that fender, because this is going down inside that hole. In order for me to, I'm going to clean that side, I guess, because I'm going to have to tack that one from that side. Marks. Looks like I'm going to have to do a little slicing in a couple places. Just feel if it's flushed off or not. Beautiful. I'm going to run the zip cut. Through that, probably, no doubt in my mind. Now, it's got lots of width on it. Just have to pry that out a little bit. That's basically what I got going on. I think we're at an hour, are we not? All right, we don't want to keep you away from anything, that's for sure. We just want to do some customizing. So what I'm thinking is that this piece here, after I get going here, we'll do it when you get back, actually, because I have to make another one for the other side. But what will happen is you come back tomorrow, and we will fit this piece inside the fender and get the wheel sitting in there. And I have this extra on here so I can cut it to the fender, is what I'm thinking. I'm hoping that I have enough on. It's just got it tacked on there. And then I'm not going to weld any more on it because I do not know yet until I stick it in there. But we're on our way to having side mounts. It's going to be the baddest Hudson in 1936. You've seen that coming down the road. You would wonder who owned it. And it probably will say Wayne's Cement on the side of it. All right, if you liked what's going on, throw in a like. If you want to subscribe, you're more than welcome. Share, comment, whatever you'd like to do. Thanks for coming back. We appreciate all the good comments. Happy birthday, Rod, from Australia. He's the guy that took us around all the places. And I want to tell Joey I love you, baby. Have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow.